Test mic. Test mic. Is it working? Yep, it's working. I can hear myself. Any chance you can check my account now?
Mm-hmm. This the YouTube one?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
Awesome. Can you send me the link?
I heard you.
Can you hear me? Well, I appreciate you guys joining my live stream today. Um, so, just to kind of show who's behind, the computer, let me go ahead and turn on my camera. Um, I'm still a little new at this, so it's a little bit of a process, but that's alright, we're here to learn together. So, oh, you stand up there. Hey there. Can you see me now? It's kind of a big camera. There we go. Let's see here. There we go. So I'm not allowed to play any bangers because of, I'll just get copyright striked. I don't want that to happen to my account. But yeah, this is my city. Just like what I said, ignore the people that are sick. They're just sick because it's like really loud right now in the city. But hey, they chose that life. I'm trying to make it the best we can. There's only so much that we can do in the city. They gotta suck it up, I provide really good education to the city. So right now, one of our projects is that we've built a street over here, and we're gonna turn it into a medical, let's say like what, street or something, where it's just dedicated to your medical needs. So we're gonna build some crematorium. It's kind of dark. Put a child care center there. Let's put a elder care right here, and let's put a big ass hospital right here. There we go. Maybe a few medical clinics, just in case if the hospital kind of struggles here and there. And then another crematorium right there, one on each side. Oh, look at that! Check it out. The helicopters are already working. We'll get this city back in its place. Just like what I showed you, my dam is right here. We also have a great recycling center right off of it, so that way it's very far away from where all the people live in, and at the same time we get to process a lot of raw materials for, well, I guess, reuse, reduce, recycle, right? That's what we're doing here. And traffic is kind of a main concern as well, because the city's kind of suffering from a lot of that noise pollution. So we've directed a lot of the traffic, a lot of the big trucks to go around the city. And, since they're making money, they're going to have to go through the highway, and eventually, if they want to go back to the industrial sector of the city, they'll have to go through tollway. And look at that. That's how we're making money right here. We're charging them the most that we can. I'm actually thinking about adding a second tollway, just so that we can get some more money out of them. They are making money out of the raw materials after all. But yeah, this is the industrial section right here. Their main job is to get ores. This is also where emergency shelters and pumping services are. They're very far away from the residential area. I should probably move this area right here and start to kind of rehabilitate it. I think I'm in that process because we first had a landfill here. We'll eventually remove that. So Monica asked if she can borrow $20. So $20. Yeah. If hey Jaden, can I pass that over to you? Do you think I should give Monica $20?
Yeah, see, I don't know about that. I mean, I guess you could, but you could add interest to it.
I could add interest. Yeah, I could. I could. Yeah, so I'll send it over to you on Apple Pay, and just expect some sort of interest on it. Um, yeah, just
Send
you
me
know,
the link.
I'll give you the $20, um, if you follow me back. There we go. I think that's a good trade-off.
Smash that like button.
Yeah, I want you to smash that like button and hit that bell notification and hit that subscribe button, or you're not getting that $20. But yeah, we got our industrial section over here. I know sometimes. Oh, look at that. Nancy Clark said, "There's a weird smell coming from the apartment next door. What does a dead person smell like?" And she's placed hashtag symbols randomly everywhere. So I know getting rid of dead bodies in the city is kind of a hard thing, especially when there's traffic afoot. So traffic is an issue. We are trying to solve that right now in the city. There's not much we can do. The city is growing. So you know it's either we demolish some buildings and make the roads bigger. See, even the buses are having a hard time going through the fucking city, right? So, you know, some people have made suggestions. Let's do a subway, right? Like, I think it was Monica that suggested that. But the issue is we can't. We can't do subways. Um, it's just it's just too costly at the moment. But we are a great city. We are looking to be more progressive than others. I have built a monorail to connect this city right here to the main city. So there's definitely a way to get there. Actually, what I'm gonna do to even reduce the traffic is I'm gonna prevent any cars from being able to come out of this city, and the only way that they can travel is either through this highway right here, or actually I'm gonna close that off as well. This city is going to be excluded. It's the only thing that can travel in the city are trucks and buses. That's it. And emergency services. Can't forget about that. Don't want people dying on us. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's create some restrictions here. No trucks. Oh wait, yeah, we want trucks. No cars. No cars. And then... So, how do you plan to combat the homelessness issue? So, the nice thing about, homeless people, it's not really an issue here because what we've done is we've kicked them off from the city. So I can't really see it being an issue. Other cities may have that issue, but this city definitely doesn't. So how they deal with it is entirely on them. But for us, it's not an issue at all because we don't have them at all. If we see a homeless person, we throw them out. So that way, there's no homelessness issue. Does that make sense? uh, but in all seriousness, if we did have any homelessness in the city, it would just be, people camping out in the street. It's perfectly fine. They're just enjoying the nature. No issues with that at all. some people have said like, well, your city's perfect and all. What were to happen if there was a disaster? Like, you know, let's make a scenario here. Let's go ahead and save the game really quick. Um, just to kind of test the city's preparedness. How would we do well in a scenario where if there was a, I don't know, like a tsunami or something, right? Now, um, let's say if we can try to um, let's test Primrose Hills City um, preparedness with a tsunami, right? So let's go ahead and throw a tsunami at this place here. Now these events can happen randomly, but we're just gonna, we're gonna induce one just to see how well we would do, right? So let's say there's one right there. The water is gonna come from the tsunami is gonna come from that area. Um, so it's gonna come here anytime soon, but we're gonna play it in real time. So we should be fine. Honestly, you will see the water start to kind of recede a little bit once the tsunami starts kind of going. Like you'll see the shoreline kind of go. We don't have access to that part of the map yet. I'll have to unlock it, but once we do, there's certain ways to kind of detect the sensors. It's kind of taking forever here. Let's make it a little bit bigger.
So, gentlemen, that's how it is.
There we go.
Until Grissom
All right.
surfaces. I'm the acting president, and I say, starting with this anniversary festival, we run the city into the ground.
It usually does not take this long for a tsunami to hit us, but anytime now. So what's the city called? So the nice thing about our cities here, there's we can have multiple cities, right? We have Thornton Park, which is our residential part of the area. And then when you venture off to the high building areas, so most of these buildings are residential. There are some businesses and some IT buildings in here as well. Like for example, Transport Tower. It's a large office building. And what else? There is this right here, Mall of Moderation. So it's literally just like a mall. It's like, park in front and shit. And then you have a university here. So, there's schools in here to help support the education of the city. And it's not just, basically I try to place university and education throughout the area, so that way there's a chance for young adults to have a better life. So for example, if we were to let's go ahead and look at residents here. There's 24 households. There's 49 adults, right? There are 52 of them that are highly educated. That's a very strong number. Now there's 29 uneducated. So we'll work on that. But the nice thing is 52 is a very high number for highly educated people. So that's just like one building, but obviously I just click randomly. Look at that, 56 highly educated. Education is important in this city, especially in a bustling city like Hyde Park. So like check this out. This is an office building. It's a high-tech office building. Some are actually overeducated, so it may be a problem in the future. So I need to make sure that I keep up with that, and I talk to the business leaders around the city to make sure that, are we developing more businesses for these adults? We want to make sure that they don't leave the city after all, right? Got to keep them happy. But there's areas to expand this city. There's lands to expand in. I have plans. Eventually, this whole area right here will become more populated. But yeah, we're not all just about having a city right here. We're also all about um, gathering resources for the city. Having industrial factories. You got to have a very diverse economy when you're running a city. Heck, we even have a train station right here, or a cargo train terminal, right? So that way we're not heavily dependent on, transporting all of our resources through trucks and whatnot. Um, I do hope one day that we get to use the train as like transportation. Um, but I think I may stick with monorails at the same time, just because they're pretty useful. Check it out. There's so many people waiting in line to get a ride, and it's just so efficient. It's just so efficient. And of course, we have our community pool here. It's our very first one. Believe it or not, they're actually really expensive. They're about 120k each. So this is the only city that has it. But yeah, check it out. Ever since we've restricted cars from being able to leave the city, there's barely any more traffic in this city. The only way that they can get out of the city is if they take the monorail. So there's high dependency on that, but that's alright. We've added multiple trains to the monorail to ensure that the citizens can get in and out without any problem. So there's always a flow of citizens going in and out. Eventually we will be adding an airport. That's something that we haven't had the budget for, but it is coming. So, speaking of coming, there is a big body of water. So kind of like what I said, look at the receding. Oh God, look at the receding water. Look at the shore. The shore is actually getting bigger. So yeah, we'll test the preparedness. So now that we see the water, the nice thing is, as we build things, it's actually instantaneous as we build things. Let's go ahead and start evacuating people. So the pace of the game is gonna change a little bit here. You're gonna hear horns. You're gonna start seeing a lot more helicopters. We're gonna go ahead and also dispatch our emergency vehicles. I might actually even add another gosh, what do you call it? Another emergency shelter in the area, just to make sure that all of our citizens stay safe. We don't want that happy number over there on a 33 to go down. That's not what we want at all. We don't want anybody dying. And lives can't be replaced, but buildings can. So we don't necessarily care about it too much. But yeah, here comes the first wave. So it's hit the beach so far. Let's speed it up a little bit. I'm kind of terrified of that second wave. It's pretty tall. It's taller than most of our buildings here. But yeah, let's start evacuating citizens. And then, just to kind of change the pace as well, let's play something a little bit more emergency-ish. Okay, not this long. There we go. Lower it down. So, people are not getting out.
The Coast Guard
Oh,
is
shit.
warning of a tsunami approaching the area.
Okay,
Residents should
well,
avoid roads and
all
waterfronts.
these people are
A
gonna
tsunami
die.
has struck the city. Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts until the water recedes.
Oh God. Oh Oh god, Jaden, look! Look at all these cars!
The Coast Guard is warning of a tsunami approaching the area. Residents should avoid roads and waterfronts. A tsunami has struck the city. Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts until the water recedes.
So the nice thing is we have built this canal right here to kind of help divert the water away from the city if anything like this happens. The dam isn't doing too much, but unfortunately here comes the second wave. It's pretty big, and there's not much that we can do there. But yeah, so far we've lost 4,000
A
people,
tsunami has struck the
5,000.
city.
We
Take
started off at
caution and avoid
33,000,
roads and
but
waterfronts until
we
the
are
water
trying to save as much as
recedes.
we can with those
A
shelters.
tsunami has struck the city. Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts
There we
until the
go.
water recedes.
The water just went over that shelter. So hopefully people are safe inside that. Hopefully they don't drown. Not be drowned. It truly is a national disaster. You know, it's basically the Katrina of this world. Gosh, I was not expecting the other city to be affected as well, but of course, we have our emergency services out and taking care of business. We have our they're
tsunami
pumping
has
water
struck
like
the
crazy.
city.
Never mind.
Take caution and avoid roads
building
and
collapsed.
waterfronts until the water recedes.
The buildings collapsed. Yeah, I don't think so. We're down to 16,000 guys. We've lost half of our population so far. We'll mark this day as a tragedy. They might be calling me to resign here soon.
A tsunami has struck the city.
No, I won't be
Take
resigning.
caution and avoid roads and waterfronts until the water recedes.
But it's okay. All these destroyed buildings can be rebuilt. See, look, people are already happy. That's all we really care about. Now, you know, let's say after a tsunami, typically if there is a tsunami, like let's say, you know, what caused that tsunami? Usually it was an earthquake, or let's say it was I don't know, an asteroid or something. Let's just say it hits these cities.
Astrologists report that a devastating meteor will strike the city in the near future. Residents should seek shelter immediately if any is available.
But it's alright.
Astrologists
A lot
report
of
that
our
a devastating
citizens
meteor
are
will strike
actually
the city in the near future.
shelters,
Residents
and
should
when
seek
they come
shelter
out of
immediately if
the
any
shelter,
is available. A tsunami
they're gonna
has
notice
struck
that
the
their
city.
city's
Take
definitely
caution
changed.
and avoid roads and
But that's
waterfronts
okay, you
until
know.
the water recedes.
The people that live in this city, they can adapt to anything. I believe them. Alright, there's the first asteroid, or I guess meteor. And that's okay.
A meteor strike has occurred. Avoid the impact
And there's
site
the
and
second
head
one,
to shelter
so-
if any is available.
Yeah.
A meteor strike has occurred.
So
Avoid the
it
impact
looks
site
like the
and
city
head
is
to shelter
actually
if any is available.
being
A meteor
targeted.
strike has occurred.
They're just
Avoid
not
the impact
landing in
site
like, you
and
know,
head to
in
shelter if any is
just
available.
like forests and
A
shit.
meteor strike has occurred.
Look at the
Avoid
fucking
the impact
crater on
site and
this.
head to shelter if any is available.
Now, let's say right? I told you, Monica, this game is awesome. there's actually more mods for it, and it gets a lot better. Like I can keep hitting the same area over and over and over, and the crater gets bigger, and the like it gets deeper. There's tornadoes. You know, let's just say the apocalypse is happening to my city, and there's a fucking sinkhole at the same time on this fucking meteorite, and a fucking fire, and
The Forest Service has stated that there is a risk of an imminent forest fire in the area. Residents are advised to avoid forested areas. A
Yeah, this
forest
game's
fire
awesome.
is
I
raging
can't
in
wait
the
for the
area.
second one to come out
Leave
on it.
campsites and tree houses immediately.
And there's a lot of mods for it. one of the mods I want to get for this is the night one. When you have the night
A tsunami has
mod
struck the
or
city.
DLC on it.
Take caution
the
and
city
avoid
looks really,
roads
really
and
pretty.
waterfronts until the water recedes.
But yeah, I just wanted to kind of show you what what I do from whenever I'm bored on this game. Like,
Astrologists report that a
It's not my
devastating
save
meteor
game
will
anyway,
strike
it's
the
just
city in the
like-
near future.
flipping
Residents
around.
should seek shelter immediately if any
Yeah,
is
no one's in the
available.
street.
Astrologists report
just
that a
sitting.
devastating meteor will strike the city in the near future. Residents should seek shelter immediately if any is available.
Where's the tornado?
Meteorologists have issued a severe tornado warning for the area. Residents should seek shelter immediately if any is available.
Come on, where's the
Geologists
tornado?
predict that a
there's the
sinkhole
meteor.
could strike at any
Where's the
minute.
other one?
Residents
Damn.
should take precautionary measures. Warning.
That isn't a
Experts
meteor, that's a
predict
fucking
an earthquake
alien
could
hitting
hit
fucking
the area
Earth.
soon. A meteor strike has occurred. Avoid the impact site and head to shelter if any is available.
Okay. Oh, there's the tornado.
A tornado has touched down in the area. Seek
That's so
shelter
fucking
immediately
chaotic.
if any is available.
And then there's a sinkhole.
A sinkhole has occurred somewhere in the city. Stay out of harm's way and contact authorities with any information. An earthquake is occurring.
There's the
Don't panic
earthquake.
and wait for help if you are in the affected area. A forest fire is raging in the area. Leave campsites and tree houses immediately. A
So yeah,
tsunami
that's
has
the game for ya. Let me see here. One of the cool things that you can do in this game as well is you can play scenarios the game has to help solve issues. So it's kind of like a puzzle almost. So new game, choose scenario. You can do fairy empire, fix the traffic, trains, and it will tell you like what you need to do to win, the win condition and all that. But yeah, there's lots in here. This one's a cleanup crew. There's a serious stomach flu epidemic spreading around the city, and health issues in general are on the rise. We need to check what's wrong with the city and fix the issues to make Fresco City a healthy place to live. So let's try that. If Armando, if you're watching, I was able to fix the speaker that you gave, the Klipsch one, and I found somebody selling basically another speaker and subwoofer for like $25. So I got it. So I have a matching speaker now, and the cables are a lot better now too. So I'll be using that whenever I do my backyard rave thing or backyard DJ thing. So far, so there's a shit ton of people. So there's a shit ton of people that are really sick, and one of the reasons why is because there's a lot of industrial factories near where people are living. It's just that those two don't really mix. So let's fix that. Let's see. So these are the zonings for the city. Green is residential, blue is commercial, yellow is industrial, and then there's also some areas where there's landfills. Landfills take forever to fucking empty out. But yeah. Look at that. Poop water. This is where the sewage coming out of, and then this is where they collect the water, and it's leaking into the intake for the water system for the city. Like, whoever was the city planner for this, he needs to get fired. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys that. I know it's almost midnight. I want to make sure y'all have a good night. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And who knows, maybe I'll stream again. I don't know. It's all up to you guys. Just make sure you guys hit that subscriber button and, hit that like button and smash that bell button. Right, Jaden? Yeah. So, yes. Have a good night, everybody. Yes. 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 Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.